Once again, you already know what it is, and you already know you have reached the number one collaborative professional wrestling podcast anywhere on this planet. There's only one. There's only one. This is Clash of the Podcast, man. Hubbard Wrestling Weekly is here. That's me. Everything Pro Wrestling is here. That's him. Conrad and Sean in the building. Full effect. We're ready to rock and roll, man. I don't know what we're going to say today. I mean, if you saw Hubbernomics on Saturday, you know I'm always on edge. And I think my brother Conrad's on edge today, too. We got a lot to talk about, man. The world of professional wrestling is turning the world on its ear. And that's how we like it, man. We're not always going to like what we have to say, like what we see. You're not always going to like what we have to say. Sometimes you might love it. Sometimes you might hate it. But the bottom line is you're here. We're here. We're going to have a good time. So there's only one thing left for me to say, Conrad. Please do me a favor, my brother, and drop that thing.
Big happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Hope you guys had a good one. I had a great one, I'll say. Sean, happy Father's Day, my brother.
Thank you, man. Me and my family treated our dad right, as well as me right, and all the other fathers. We had a good time. Thank you.
Hey, always important, man. Always important to give some acknowledgement. Much appreciated, everybody. Thank you for everyone who is joining us. I saw the crazy amount of comments. You guys are all appreciated. Our guy Joel with the $1 super chat. Thank you, Joel. Much, much, much appreciated, my friend. These go a long way. First person that was in here, though, was Clown.
1-3-Z. 1-3-Z. 4-Tweezy.
Honestly, that's how I remember to write down his name anytime when we're talking on YouTube. I'm like, what's it? Cleezy, 1-3-Z, 4-Tweezy. We appreciate you, Clown. Welcome, brother. Ray Thompson says, happy Monday, guys. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Ray, I hope you had a good Father's Day as well.
Yeah, shout out to Joel. I was drinking my smoothie when you ran across him. And, of course, Ray Thompson, always a pleasure, man. You and your beautiful family.
Yes, sir. Dominion, B-, pretty good for me. Yeah, that was a really good match. We're going to talk about a little Dominion here at the end, man. Worst match you saw this year?
I don't know about that. I won't
go that far. I mean, I understand you saying, like, I wasn't feeling it, but I don't think it was one of the worst. Man, I can feel your frustration, though, too. I take that back a little. Quills. He said, what up, Conrad and Sean in chat? Your boy, Sir Quills, is back again to join my two favorite bros, CJ and Hubs, for episode 146 of the best wrestling podcast out today, Clash of the By God podcast. Hashtag EPW, hashtag HWW. Thank you, Quills.
Yo, my boy Quilly and I have been talking all week on Instagram, man. So many good points the brother brings up. Appreciate you.
All love, Quills. All love. XG Dub, what's good? Appreciate you.
XG Dub, what up, though? The only Vinny we like says, happy Monday, y'all. Got my birthday Saturday. I'm turning 26. You are in a beautiful age right now, brother. Then got playoffs in the Flag Football League Sunday. God is great. God bless y'all for being in my life to talk some pro wrestling. God bless you, Vinny. We appreciate you, man.
Yeah, enjoy them joints while you got them, brother. I was playing basketball. Man, I was feeling a little sore there after. I was like, man, I didn't even do too much, I don't think.
I've been told I don't look my age. I'm not saying that to be funny. I've been told that on several occasions that I don't look like a late 30s bloomer, but I feel my age, and that's starting to freak me out a little bit.
When you wake up and something's sore, you're like, what happened? It's just the way you laid. Just the way you laid. Matt Lopez.
Leezy, Fo, Easy. Hello. Good evening, everyone. Hope your weekend was good. Happy Father's Day. And let's kick the week off right with the two aces of our pro wrestling community. Thank you, Leezy. We appreciate you. You are the social media ambassador of Clash of the Podcast. Joel goes on to say, would love to hear Sean and Conrad's thoughts on Ron Killings the past few weeks. I talked about that on Hubbard. I want to thank everybody who tuned into Hubbonomics, Conrad, I got to take a moment, man. We're up to almost 500 views. That's a big number for us. So thank you so much for everybody. I went off about Ron Killings. I went off about Jey Uso, and this is the flagship. Clash of the Podcast is the flagship. No matter how crazy I get on Hubbonomics, I always save a little bit of extra sauce for Clash of the Podcast. So we're not done. We're far from done.
Matt also adds, I don't want to hear any complaints about the Death Riders when House of Torture exists. If you're a New Japan fan, you know what he's talking about. That's why I said I can sympathize a little bit with Ray. McKinney, yo, I'm here to talk wrestle with the Fire live chat and my favorite bros to chat about wrestling Clash of the Podcast and to let y'all know if Plan A fails, there's 25 more letters in the alphabet.
Oh, I like that. That's smooth. That's smooth, McKinney.
And then you can combine them. Matt says Triple H loves to torture Hubs. I mean, Jey Uso loses the world title, then it's a surprise entrant in the King of the Ring. If he wins tonight, he's wrestling Cody Rhodes in the semifinal,
which means he's going to lose. You know, M. Leezy, if I had to, I really would punch Triple H in the face. I really would punch Triple H in the face. And I'm not somebody who, in my age now, back in the day, something different, but I don't believe in violence, but Triple H somebody needs to punch him in the face. Do you know I actually saw a video, guys, Conrad? Kids were crying in the audience when Jey Uso lost the title last week. Crying. Their eyes.
Yeah. They zoomed in on them.
It was bad. Like, the kids were devastated. Like, absolutely devastated. Like, yes, I'm lazy. I'm aware, bro. And I'm very it's unfortunate what's going on.
Yo, what up to my guy Elite Easy E in the chat? Appreciate you, E, for coming through.
Easy E, what up, though? Rolling down the street in my 6'4".
Gotta catch myself. Mexican Triple A fans.
Control yourself, Mr. Cushman.
I did. I don't know why people are turning on Vikingo. If somebody has insight, holla at Lucha Blog. Someone tell me, because I don't. That's weird that people are turning on Vikingo, bro. I don't know if you saw. Did you see the little, like, they entered the arena and it was straight. Y'all booed Vikingo, but not ADR. I have a different name I call him, which is really bad. I'm gonna be nice because Sean's here.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we not booing Alberto Del Rio? Like, that's a mystery to me.
Yeah,
not a good finish the other night either, or last night. Joel said, best fathers who sing 112. Thought I told you that we won't. Oh, wait. I just gotta do Mason Biggie's part. I can't anymore.
Yeah, you can't do the other guy's part.
Who that, man?
I can't even know. I can't listen. More Money, More Problems was my favorite song, and I can't even do his part anymore.
We'll just have to separate the artist from that.
Have you been able to do that with R. Kelly or Chris Brown?
Not lately, no.
Yeah, neither have I. With the whole, I haven't been able to separate.
McKinney says, happy Father's Day to all my dads in the building. Appreciate that.
Same to you, dog.
Jasim in the house. He said, hello, can't wait for Goldberg to return. I can't wait for Goldberg and Gunther. Listen, someone's got to be a fan. They're doing this match for someone. It ain't us.
You are, Jasim, you're welcome here. We appreciate you being here. I'm going to leave it at that. Welcome to Clash of the Podcast.
BJ says, hope y'all had a great weekend. Thank you, BJ. Yo, shout out to BJ. He's been supplying us with the YouTube shorts. I appreciate those, man. The Full House one, I definitely had to add that little edit at the end there. Funny. Yo, classic, man.
I put up the 4 letters, 1 word. Ugh.
Yeah, you gotta send me those, man.
17,000 views on TikTok.
Yeah, well, you were a really, really big deal on TikTok for a little bit there.
Yeah, for a little bit, then I kind of fell off, but I'm back. I'm back.
Let me see. I'm looking for anyone I've missed. Zach, welcome. Ooh, I like that championship in
what
there.
Up, though? Yeah,
talk about that a little bit. Appreciate the love. Thank you. We got Hub's link in there. Fun fact, my dad has the same birthday as me.
That's awesome.
Nice. That's like a lottery right there.
Beautiful.
Only one cake, right? There you go.
Oh yeah.
Yo, my man McKinney said Vinny still got that new knee smell. I'm about to be 50. My body sounds like I made a Rice Krispies. Word when you get up. Let me see. I'm just trying to see. I've been calling this era of WWE I don't even want us the FU era.
Yeah.
It's been rough, man.
I don't see the lies. BJ's not telling no lies.
Let's see. Noob. What's good, brother? Haven't talked to you in a minute, man. I'm doing well. How are you, Noob?
What's up, Noob? Jocelyn. All my single ladies, all my married ladies. Now put your hands up. She says evening. I think she meant to say gents. I'm assuming she meant to say gents. Evening, gents. And chat. I see why I stay on Twitch, but I need a little break from it. Yeah, fair enough. We appreciate you. Yo, your patience better win tonight or it's over.
Big game tonight.
Oh, yeah, this is the swing game. I think whoever wins tonight wins the series.
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, when it's tied up like that.
Mm-hmm.
Going back.
I just can't live in as much as I like Jocelyn, I can't live in a world where the Pacers are world champions. I can't. That the day after the Pacers win the championship, if they win, I actually predict Oklahoma City is going to win. But after beating the Knicks, I have to acknowledge that the Pacers are a good team. If the Indiana Pacers are world champions, I don't know how I'm gonna feel like getting out of bed in the morning. Like the Pacers cannot be world champions. That's just no.
That's true. T-Ferg says, what's good, fellas? Interested in seeing AEW Grand Slam Mexico. Hope it's a good show. You'll see when that arena's full. It's going to look pretty good. Hey, listen, at this point, I want to hear it. The moment people stop going to them shows, that was it. Got to keep the name. We paid for the trademark.
Anyone who does their research about the term Grand Slam, they're going to want here's the deal.
Baseball.
They're going to think baseball at first until they come to the realization of Arthur Ashe Stadium. And then they're going to find Grand Slam to be a tennis thing. And then they're going to look up where are the Grand Slam events in tennis. And they're going to find that it's in Queens, New York. They're going to find out that it's Wimbledon. They're going to find out that it's the Australian Open. And they're going to find out that it's Australia, New York, Wimbledon, in London, and
I thought there was one more.
Yeah, there's one more. I'm trying to think. Australian, help me out. Australian and France in Paris.
Patty.
Is there any Grand Slam event in Mexico? You have
there is this Wednesday. Be there. AEW Grand Slam in Mexico.
Conrad, you're being funny, but I'm serious. I want AEW to succeed. You cannot. Why
nobody cares about that, Sean? Nobody cares about that.
People do care about that because I've seen people in what Grand Slam event is in Mexico. I've seen that on social media.
What king and queen of the ring are really being crowned? What is this? What is a crown jewel? What does this all mean? Come on.
Yo, I'm just saying, man. You got it. Why can't this Mexican event be named something else? Why are they running with the Grand Slam thing? Is what I'm asking you, as Mr. AEW. Why are they running with the Grand Slam theme if there's no Grand Slams in Mexico?
I just think it's a name that you can brand and then you can keep using it at different places.
But it's stupid. It's stupid. You know when it was popping? You know when it was popping, Conrad? It was popping when it was in Arthur Ashe Stadium. You know why? Because the U.S. Open is in Arthur Ashe Stadium.
But do you know what the issue with that is? When you don't sell out, when people didn't show up to that Australia one, they were like, I don't care. We already paid for the name. I'm not changing the banners. You saw how long it took them for that ring people were trying to dog for? Like, we had to pay for a ring over here. We're not shipping it.
You see, though, I appreciate what you're saying, Conrad, but you see Guy Will Gamble? Guy Will Gamble's like, shout out to the Mexico Open. There's no such thing. He's being sarcastic because there is no thing as Mexico. You know, Conrad, you just refuse to. This chat, Conrad refuses to accept the truth. I am telling you that this is based on a tennis thing. And they have completely abandoned the theme of why are they calling it Grand Slam? There's no Grand Slam event in Mexico. I'm not saying don't have an event in Mexico. I'm saying don't call it Grand Slam because it makes no sense.
I think it's a play on words for a lot of things.
Oh,
I personally just I don't think
you're dead set on not acknowledging the facts. Grand Slam is a play on what, Conrad?
I know it's on tennis. It's on baseball.
You can't keep running with it. What's the next one going to be? Grand Slam Milwaukee?
What? Take body off of slam. What is it? It's a wrestling move, right? A slam.
Oh, Conrad. Right? Conrad.
No,
my headphones came out. What did you just say to me?
A slam in wrestling is a move, right? I'm just saying you could. It's a play on words. You could use it for whatever. We're in a baseball stadium where wrestling is here. It's fine. I'm not. I just don't think it's as big a deal. I'm not focused on it. I'm like, whatever. That's what you're calling it. Great.
To me, semantics matter.
I think semantics will eventually
just like resumes.
Just like coming soon. Not bad. Here we go. Guy will gamble. What's good? Jesse Pro Wrestler shoots in the house. What's good? He says, "Yo."
What up, Jess?
Vikingo's boos were more aimed at. He's a WWE guy. The way he won the belt was very convoluted. You're not going to be able to fool people in Mexico. I hope they know that. I'm looking. AEW is not going to Paris anytime soon. I wouldn't with those Clash of Paris ticket prices. I would avoid it. Let me see. Boo this man.
You can boo me all you want. I know I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, Slamboree, Slammiversary. Yeah. And I think a lot of names are taken too. That's something else I've been thinking about lately. Like, do you know how many names are actually taken? We're gonna get into a topic.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Look, listen. One thing about me, I'll be on an island all by myself if I have to be. I'm telling you that I'm saying this stuff not to knock AEW. We've had private conversations. I want AEW to win, but things have to make sense. Stop calling it Grand Slam if it's not in a Grand Slam venue.
They'll be fine. I think that's just my.
Let me say one more thing before we move on. Do you know how many other tennis variations you could come up with? You don't have to say Grand Slam. So what? So if you're going to say Grand Slam, all right, man. I'm the idiot. Because this is ridiculous. I know I'm saying something that makes sense, bro.
I'm not saying what you're saying doesn't make sense.
You're not saying a thing. I appreciate you acknowledging what I'm saying. I'm saying that there's people who think that I'm overreacting. I'm like, AEW can't make mistakes. You know what? You know how I look at AEW? AEW can't make mistakes. AEW has to hit home runs because AEW is always the team that's the underdog. I want to see the underdog win. I don't want anything standing in their way.
Matt, crown jewels are famous in Australia. What famous crown jewels are in Australia? They just move the event. I'm telling you, they own IPs and they move them. By the way, if you guys are listening to us, let me know if you hear a slight echo or if it's just me. You don't.
Yeah, I don't hear anything on my end, but if you do, I mean, I'm wearing headphones, so I know it can't be me this time.
Yeah, but I don't know where it's coming from. It's just a slight one, but let me know if you guys hear it. Let me see. I mean, they have so many more things to focus on rather than the name of the show. Just put on a banger. Yeah, that's.
What I'm saying is, Conrad and Jesse, since you brought it up, I appreciate it. I'm not coming up. Yes, this was my thing. I've talked about this several times, but I saw on social media, and I'll send you tweets, and I'll send you. They're talking about this. People are saying Grand Slam Mexico. That doesn't make any sense. That's starting to swell. I'm saying don't allow anything. I thank you, Guy Will Gamble. I don't want anything, no matter how insignificant it may seem, to stand in AEW's way. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah, they're saying there is a slight echo.
I don't know what's going on, bro. Like I
You don't have me coming out the speaker at all, right?
Huh? How can that be if I have headphones in?
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it's dual. I'm listening.
Okay. Let me try.
I got nothing from there. Right. Yeah, everyone says it's slight, so I don't know what it's picking up. But either way, I'm looking much appreciated. Much appreciate everybody for your thoughts in on that. We went way off topic there for the beginning, but let's get into what happened on Monday Night Raw last week. Main event, Sean. Gunther defeats Jey Uso to become the World Heavyweight Champion. I'm pretty sure everyone in here knows Sean acted rational. He congratulated Gunther, and that was the end of Hubbonomics. 30-second show. Wrong. Sean, you were not happy about this. So I'm going to let you kind of take the controls and the reins on this, and feel free to interject me at any time.
Check me on the headphones. Am I good?
Yeah.
So here's the thing, man. Like I said, there's a lot of things that happen in World of Wrestling, some of which we can appreciate, some of which we have to kind of just roll with and hope that things get better. Jey Uso's had a combined 79 days as champion if he combined his Intercontinental reign and his World Heavyweight Championship reign. There are so many reasons that this loss makes no sense. Number one, Jey Uso, his whole, I guess you could say, his whole focus was to overcome Gunther at WrestleMania after 3 straight losses. He did that. Now he's right back in the loser column when it comes to Gunther. That's number one. It makes no sense at all. Number two, much as I respect Gunther and have a great deal of respect for his in-ring personality, he is great in the ring. If you saw Hubbonomics, you know where that came from. He is great in the ring. He is not what I would call an entertaining character to me. When he's in the ring, he's phenomenal. But as far as how he comes across, I'm not a big fan of his, to the point where I would say that he definitively needed to beat Jey Uso to save, air quote, the championship. I think that's ridiculous. It's an unfortunate thing. They did him dirty, in my opinion, Jey Uso, that is. 51 days is absolutely ridiculous, absurd, preposterous. And you can't help but wonder why. You can't help but wonder what exactly is the thought process behind this ridiculous decision. And the rumors I'm hearing is that they wanted the title to be on Gunther, so that feud with Goldberg will mean more because it'll be for the championship. So I don't know.
I didn't take it that way.
I'm going to take a step back so I can try and see what's going on with the audio. So if you could just do
yours is good, Sean. You did exactly what they wanted you to do. They wanted you to raise up and me to lower. So he sounds better, but still kind of low. Jesse, you might want to check your thing because Sean is very loud and clear for me. But chat, let us know. Let us know how our audio is at any time, and I'll just try to keep working on it. Sean, just keep an eye in there, I guess. We'll see what they're saying. Going back to the Jey Uso stuff, I knew this is exactly what it was going to be, though, from the beginning. You know what I've always said about Jey Uso, what type of title reign they were going to give him. It was the Jeff Hardy run every single time. And I was sitting in there, Hubbonomics on Friday, and was it Saturday you did it this week?
Saturday.
Saturday. I felt some kind of way a little bit about it, just because I was like, you guys like this guy? Do you trust him? But I'm more concerned with what we saw afterwards, which was the wrestling news stuff. Yeah, I'm not hearing the echo anymore, Beach. McKinney says it's perfect, so I don't know. It seems like everybody's got something going different today. But yeah, I'm going to lean into the next thing, man. Like, I feel your frustration. I don't think Gunther is not a great character. I think Gunther is a great character. He's like that prize fighting character, Sean. Hold on, let me take this down. I'm staying on this for a second. I think he's a good character. I just think he's one-dimensional because Gunther has spent, I think someone calculated it, 77% of his time he has been a champion in WWE. And I don't know if that even included NXT. That's a lot.
If you count, NXT Europe, or NXT, I'm sorry,
UK.
Intercontinental, and he has been. That makes sense to me. It's to me, like I said, I love Gunther. I just don't think. Let me rephrase that. Gunther is not that much better than Jey Uso as a character for it to be justifiable that Jey Uso lose the title already, and also the fact that he lost clean. Like, what's going on here, bro? Like, he lost clean, no run-ins, no cash-ins, nothing. If you think about it, was there anybody predicting that Gunther would win the title back last Monday? Nobody. People thought that Jey would lose because of the cash-in, but nobody predicted Gunther was going to win.
Yeah, Gunther usually wins clean though, doesn't he? I can't think of when he cheated. I'm trying to.
What I'm trying to say is it's nothing to do with Gunther. Gunther, usually does win clean. I agree with you, but in a situation with Jey Uso, like I talked about on Saturday, Jey Uso's had 3 title defenses, Conrad. The first one he successfully defended because of disqualification. The second one he successfully defended with outside interference. And this one he lost. So in 51 days, 3 title defenses, both of the wins were questionable. And now he lost clean by pass out. So not tap out, but pass out. So for me, it's just one of those things. It's like, hey, you put the title on him. You did the right thing for once, but then you kind of just reneged on everything and took it right back. I don't appreciate it. I'm sure Jey Uso doesn't appreciate it. I know Rikishi doesn't appreciate it. And for anybody who's saying that Rikishi's giving sour grapes, I don't see any lies that Rikishi is told. Rikishi is saying that his son is being mistreated. I agree. Rikishi is saying that the crowd reactions for Jey Uso are justifiable of him being world champion. I agree. Jey Uso, he's saying that Jey Uso's sales in merchandise are justifiable for being champion. I agree with that too. So for anybody who thinks that Rikishi's just going crazy, what lie is he telling? Because I'll tell you one thing, Cody is as corny as a cornfield. And to me, we know that Cody's going to eventually win the title back at SummerSlam. So, what are the metrics? I feel like this is kind of like reviewing, Conrad, or revisiting, I should say, a conversation that we had went back when I was lobbying for Jey Uso to be champion in the first place. Like for many, many months, it was, why is Jey Uso not worthy of being champion? Hasn't he earned it? And now that he got the title and won the title, it's like, why did he lose it? Like, nobody's saying that Jey Uso should have been champion until WrestleMania next year. But you can't tell me it wasn't okay for him to hold on to that belt until the fall.
I don't think that was I thought at least SummerSlam was let him go to SummerSlam, but they didn't even go that far. I just wonder, you said something and I had lost my point here for a second.
While you gather your point, I want to focus on Eazy-E's comment. He says, like, what you expect Rikishi to say. Of course, he's gonna whine and complain about his own son. He probably blowing up The Rock's phone too. If you believe, Eazy-E, that Jey Uso deserved to lose the title in 51 days, and if you believe that Rikishi is just saying what he's saying because he's Jey Uso's son, if you're saying that because to me, you're saying it's because that's his son. Honestly, Easy, that's one of the worst takes I've ever heard you say. Because by every metric, Jey Uso has done everything a champion is supposed to do. So what exactly, if you're going to say Rikishi's just blowing smoke because he's the father of the person we're talking about, tell me what metric or tell me what thing that Rikishi said that was incorrect. And I just bring it. Just say what you have to say. Tell me what Rikishi said that wasn't true. Because all I've heard Rikishi say, Conrad and chat, is that Jey Uso sells merch. Jey Uso's over with the fans. Jey Uso's one of the most popular guys in the company. Where's the lie?
He's saying I'm saying that he's just being the dad. Of course, he's biased a little bit in his thought. I mean, I can agree with that. I mean, it's his father. He's going to feel a certain type of way. But I think there is some merit to it that we can't run away from or disagree with. Sean mentioned the title defenses. And here's where I have the issue. You don't little brother people. You little brothered him to Cody. Like, oh, Cody's here to save me. Cody made the match. I'm here with Cody. Cody, pick me up after you got the win for the team. And I was like, what is this? Like, I know Cody's the star and that's who they want to focus on. And I'm not saying that's wrong. That's fine. But Jey Uso's going to be perceived a certain way. Give me another person. Chris Jericho, Sean, in 2002. Remember his run? Undisputed champion? Mm-hmm. When Chris Jericho comes on at 10 o'clock and that's when his match is going to be and Raw ends at 11, what are you supposed to think?
I hear what you're saying.
Been the world champion for 434 days. But we're going to have the main event be John Cena and People Power. What is that? What are you trying to tell me? They send messages with how they book people. No matter what. Rey Mysterio losing matches as the World Heavyweight Champion. It's a message behind all of that stuff. That's telling you the booker doesn't believe in them, and it was a here, get out my face type of moment. Here, I gave the fans what they wanted. I don't want to hear nothing about it now. Now I'm doing what I want to do again. That's just how I felt about it.
Anything else I say is going to come across as sour grapes.
Understood. I mean, listen, I was surprised that he got the title. Truthfully, like looking back at it, that's a hindsight thing. Like I'm surprised he got the championship. I mean, you got to be happy that it at least happened, right?
I'm very happy it happened. Like I said, I've been saying it for over a year and a half now. Resumes count. So Jey Uso will not live and die without having his moment in the sun. He earned it. He got it. But I was very wrong about what I said, though, because what I said was it didn't matter if he lost the title any kind of way. And I was wrong because I am disappointed.
Yeah, Jocelyn said I saw a troll tweet saying he lost due over to his drinking. I don't think that was the reason. I just think they didn't. I think it's what Ray says right here. I like Jay, but I personally don't feel like they backed him from the start. They didn't. This wasn't supposed to happen.
But my thing is this. There's so many ways that this could have been made better. How come you didn't have a World Heavyweight Championship match between Jey Uso and Xavier Woods? Why are you saying Xavier Woods? Xavier Woods has been talking crap about Jey Uso or Kofi Kingston. And why am I saying that? Because Jey Uso did not have one clean win in his title reign. Not one. Not one. He did not win a clean match in his entire reign.
Do you believe me, though, Sean, when I'm telling you, like, this stuff is by design?
Conrad,
but am I lying to you, though?
No, you're not.
Because you know that's what they do to people. It's a game they play. Joe Compton, what's good, brother? If CM Punk doesn't get injured at the Royal Rumble last year, I don't think Jay gets that title. You could be right, Jesse.
At the Royal Rumble last year? I mean, I know he got injured at the Royal Rumble 2024. What would that have to do with?
I think he's saying lack of Punk on screen gave.
No. I just want to be educated. Like, help me understand.
No, I'm saying lack of Punk on screen. Punk would only show up for the Drew McIntyre stuff, and he'd be inserted in pieces. Okay. Meanwhile, we need someone to fill up the spot. Jey Uso's over. He's selling shirts. Like, put him on.
Okay.
Go, Jay. Go ahead, Jay.
Okay.
And I think it just built up. Like, yep, that's the guy.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Okay.
Let's look at what else is being said. Per Corey Hayes, there have been rumblings that WWE is considered reuniting the Usos sometime this year, and with Jay dropping the world title, it looks like that could be the direction the Usos reuniting. Eye emoji.
The Usos are the greatest tag team of all time. I will always love and admire the Usos, but this is lazy. That's the word that pops into my head. I'm sure people like Quilly, Guy Will Gamble, M. Leezy will agree with me on that. Deanna, this is lazy booking.
I believe Quill said it earlier. Quill said that earlier. Exact phrase you said.
Okay. It's lazy. It's the easy way out. It's the easy way out. Let's put the Horsemen back together. Let's put DX back together for the millionth time. You know what? Let's put Derek, my guy Derek. Jay is better in a tag team than in boy. I don't understand how people.
I don't think Derek's wrong about that though.
Okay. Well, I'm surprised to hear you.
Well, no, listen to what you just said though. Mm-hmm. You said the Usos are the greatest tag team.
They're the greatest tag team in my and that you know how old school I am. Heart Foundation, all that stuff. I think the Usos have become the greatest tag team of all time.
Right.
I mean that's arguable, but go ahead.
I know, but greatest tag team of all time.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like Bret Hart. Is Bret Hart better as a single? What do you remember Bret more for? A singles run or his tag run?
I hope that's not a trick question because I remember him better as a singles.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So put Jey Uso in that same thing. He's one of the best tag teams of all time. His tag runs are better than that world title run he had. Truthfully, like he's going to be more remembered, I think, for that tag title run being the longest reigning tag champ of all time.
There's so much about what I appreciate your honesty. There's so much about what you're saying, and clearly You're not alone. It bothers me. It really, and I'm talking about like low key, serious. Bothers me. This man has worked so freaking hard, bro. And so is Jimmy. I think Jimmy deserves his chance too, not as world champion, but the United States title run that looked like was on the horizon somehow got dismantled. But let's just focus on Jey for now and not dismissing Jimmy in any way, shape, or form because he's super talented too. But for the sake of this conversation, Jey Uso was arguably the most over wrestler in the company for like the last 2 years. I can't understand how, and again, this does feel like deja vu. I can't understand how and why that we can be so blasé about this, so passive about this. This is an injustice, bro. This is an injustice. Everything we've ever been taught. Chat, I appeal to you. Conrad, I appeal to you. Everything we've ever been taught about what matters in pro wrestling from the time we were old enough to realize it was a predetermined sport. Jey Uso checks off almost every box. This is not me being a fan. This is me being a journalist, a word you hate, by the way, Conrad.
I am not a journalist. I'm a fan.
I like to think I'm a journalist, especially with the writing I do on my website. This is me being a journalist. This is me being an objective bystander. He checks most of the boxes. Okay, but see, I appreciate that, Guy Will Gamble. I'll read Guy Will Gamble's comment. None of that matters, meaning the stuff I just said for those listening on audio. If you're not chosen by a heart, 100%. That's the point. Thank you, Guy Will Gamble. None of it matters unless you're chosen by the higher ups. So if that doesn't matter, if everything, let me get calm. If everything that's supposed to matter doesn't matter to the higher ups in a case of Jey Uso, then what the hell is going on? That's my question.
Deanna with a good clap back too. Saying it doesn't even matter when your family's sitting on the board. Talk about McKinney's comment.
Right, I hear that too. But I really want to thank you, Deanna. But I really want to, focus on Guy Will Gamble's comment, his brilliant comment. I was just breaking down, Conrad, if I may. I was just breaking down everything that had me pretty much start the Jey Uso bandwagon in the summer of 2023. Okay? Chat, fill me on this. And it's undeniable, Conrad, that Jey Uso checks most of the boxes, and the only one he doesn't check is being a catch-can classic wrestler in the ring. And God help us if we've never seen a perfectly catch-can wrestler not be champion or a person that was not the greatest in the ring. Give me a freaking break on that one, right?
Not everyone can have the technical wizardry of Diesel.
There you go. Thank you so much, Conrad, for that, because I know you're being sarcastic, and I appreciate your sarcasm because that's exactly where I'm going. So I want to focus so much on Guy Will Gamble's comment, and I want us to rock with it and think about it so freaking hard right now. If Jey Uso checks the boxes of what a champion in this predetermined sport, predetermined genre of entertainment, if he checks the boxes to be champion and he is not, and the higher ups don't care, then what is going on? And nobody wants to say it. Nobody wants to say it out loud. Nobody wants to say it out loud. You know why? Because it's passé to say it out loud. Because it's controversial to say it out loud. Because you'll be canceled if you say it out loud. If Jey Uso checks the boxes and he's not the one, then why is he not the one? Does anybody not have the courage to say it? Does anybody not have the courage to say that he doesn't meet the criteria as it relates to how he looks or how he acts or what he portrays? Do we not have the courage to admit that? Do we not have the courage to admit what we see right in front of us? That he's arguably the most popular over wrestler in the company? And they give him 79 days combined with 2 titles? Do we not have the courage to acknowledge the elephant in the room? This is not Derek, my guy Derek, saying that he doesn't think Jey Uso's world championship material. That's not what this is. This isn't Jesse saying, I'm 50-50. I could deal with that. This is not Conrad Cliffman saying, Sean, I don't think he's right there. He's all the way there yet.
Yo, why did my voice have to be that?
Well, I wasn't saying it to be fun. I know. I could deal with that. But you know what I can't deal with? I can't deal with a guy that has all the criteria to be the man, and they just won't do it, and they can't explain why.
And you're right. Some of it is probably era stuff. There are times where, listen, bro, it's stacked around here. You want to be the guy? It's stacked. There are some people, like you said, in the 80s. I could see why some of those guys miss being champion. It makes sense. It makes sense. Like,
I'm sure you think, Sean is crazy, bro. Sean be wilding out. I'm talking about. Do you hear the undertow of what I'm saying right now?
I hear everything you're saying.
This is deeper than wrestling for me.
Yeah, I mean, this is how a company wants to be portrayed. This is how this is their image. This is what they want it to be. There's a lot of stuff, and
I'm sorry, man. I just, I wasn't planning on going here, but this is deeper than wrestling for me. And like I said, and I'm including myself, we just don't have the courage to say it out loud. We just don't have the courage because we don't want to overstep. We don't want to get canceled. We don't want to get knocked off the air.
And you don't want to be wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I know you can say, like, you view it that way, but someone will do something that it's, you were wrong. Look, you were wrong.
Right.
Sometimes they do stuff to make you look wrong, is what I'll say.
Right.
Just to clean up their point. Like Exhibit. So they announced that Jey Uso is the mystery man in that spot.
Right.
What?
Right. It makes no sense.
What? All right. So great. Cool. Honestly, now you've booked yourselves into like a weird corner. You got Bronson, and we may have to talk about LA Knight another day because I got a little rant about him. But you've got Rusev and you got Sheamus here. What are we doing?
Beats me.
Like, Sheamus doesn't need a loss. You got someone who's just came back, and you got someone in a new group. And Jey Uso needs to win now because if you want people to believe in him. So, whatever. These 4-ways are meant to protect people at the end of the day. So, I'm sure Sheamus is probably eating the pin and Jay's getting the win. That would be my guess as to what happens. Could go a different way.
I want to say this publicly. Something that I've said to Conrad privately, Chad. You deserve to hear me talk to Conrad about this. Conrad, I'm sorry, bro. If you think that I'm ODing, like I have so much respect for you as a friend, as a brother, as a co-host. I think what I'm saying is up the right alley. If you think I'm bugging out, please feel free to let me know. It's fine. If you feel like I'm barking up the wrong tree, I respect it. I think what I'm saying has merit. If you disagree, that's fine.
No, I'm putting myself in your shoes as a Jey Uso fan. It makes sense. Does Jey check every single box right away? No, but at the same time, who does check every single? Everybody has a weakness in their game. I said
in ring was the box he doesn't check.
I know, but I love Shawn Michaels, right?
Mm-hmm.
Love Shawn Michaels, but I'll admit, tell me your top 10 Shawn Michaels promos. Not too many. I mean, you got your favorites, the Montreal ones later, but when he was first world champion, tell me your favorite Shawn Michaels promos. Bret Hart. Love Bret Hart. Tell me your favorite Bret Hart promo. Everyone has a weakness. Everybody. Rock. That sharpshooter is awful. It is awful. I was like, what were you watching when you learned how to put that on? It's different. Mick Foley, you know how WWE is? That is not the face that you want running your company. Mick Foley is a hardcore wrestler, but they had enough to put the title on him and do some respectable things with him. He didn't get the run, though, like he's the top guy. You can feel the difference between you're my guy and you're not my guy. That's all I've been trying to say. That is the major difference.
I just want people who work hard. I mean, look, he did win the title. So, I mean, like I said, resume, I can't talk out of both sides of my mouth. Resumes matter, right? You can never take away that he won the Rumble or was world champion. But, let me ask you a question, though, and we can move on, I promise. Do we remember Kofi for Kofi Mania? I know I do. So I'm going to say it. Do we remember Kofi Mania? But we also really remember that 9 seconds on SmackDown, right? So it's kind of like, right?
It hurt. It wiped away all that goodness that you did, kind of.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And I don't want this Jey Uso run to be wiped away. I mean, people have reached out to me privately in DMs and said, "Yo, Sean, I don't want to like come at you sideways or anything, but I bet you Jey Uso will never be world champion again." Can I even argue with that?
I wouldn't.
Exactly.
Yeah. Moving forward, let's get in a little R-Truth.
Oh my. I'll let you take the lead on this one because I'm just as mad about this as the other thing.
I won't say I'm mad. I'm kind of happy. R-Truth went from being somebody who he was a comedy act, and E knows, Derek knows, everyone who knows me knows. I did not like comedy R-Truth because it felt very much like an old cartoon. Yup, time to laugh. Here we go.
And I appreciate you, Derek. I appreciate you, Dan.
The chuckles were there, right? But I missed Ron Killings. The Ron Killings that went to TNA and was like, I have a point to prove right now. I have something that I want to say. Because that can be a top guy. That's what I don't want wrestling promoters to be afraid of. Don't be afraid of Swerve Strickland. Look at the dividends it's paying for Tony Khan. Look at it. I think that's one of the biggest things that helped turn his company around and saved it, kept it afloat. Don't be afraid of different cultures being on top. Now, it's got to be good. Don't get me wrong. It's got to be good. But if it's over, if it's happening, R-Truth is over more in his 50s in this company than he's ever been, I would say, right now.
Right.
They chanted, "We want truth." And he ended up getting into it with John Cena. He keeps attacking him. He cut his dreads off. They are calling this man Minoru Truthzuki right now. Minoru Truthzuki. Believe it. He's got a match with John Cena next Friday. I don't know why we're doing it like this. This seems like a match you would want to blow off on pay-per-view.
I wonder why.
I don't get it.
You don't understand it. No, but I'm crazy though. I'm crazy.
Yeah, McKinney, I see you. That is a good one. What's your name? Stan. Yeah, just dog. Like, he's there. Do you give Truth the championship, or do you say? Here's the problem, Sean.
Yeah,
I guess I can't talk about LA Knight here in this R-Truth segment. You're running into a lot of people who had the same thing that Jay had now. R-Truth's over. They're chanting for R-Truth. Do you give R-Truth the championship? LA Knight's over. His pops are getting louder again. Do you give LA Knight the championship? Are they trying to send you a message? You can't keep doing these short runs with everybody. Eventually, you got to say you're the guy. What do you do? Why did we go back to Gunther? Did you need to do that? Where's Ludwig Kaiser? You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of questions you can ask about this when you're looking at the context of the show and what happened. T-Ferg just put too little too late with R-Truth. Should have went this route 10 to 15 years ago. Concur. This is Ron Killings that I can get behind. Had this version been for the past 10 years, good job, WWE.
Exactly.
Getting rowdy? Yeah. Oh, you didn't know? You better call somebody. I felt like I was the only person who was feeling that. It's the DOGG. Quick, get rowdy. I knew it was bad, but I was like...
You're a person whose taste I've always respected, but not in this case.
No. But I saw something in K Quick though. I was like, no, this brother's good. There's something there.
Oh, okay.
I see it.
Okay.
Like I saw. Yeah, I mean, you know how I feel about Road Dogg, but Road Dogg was over with Billy. Billy made it work with Chuck. You know, I thought that could happen. You know, similar in that situation. I know Billy and Chuck was after, but I don't know. I don't know. Why are they doing?
Your taste in wrestlers is solid, bro. I mean, I didn't like K Quick very much because of the gimmick, but he was obviously a tremendous athlete.
Isn't that different than R-Truth though? Is it?
I mean, it's not, but at the same time, I think we all agree that, you know, what we're looking at right now could have been spectacular 10 years ago.
I think the R-Truth name is better than K Quick for sure. That was the one time I complained about a name change.
You know, shout out to Deanna, Karrion Kross.
Karrion Kross. Yes. Yep. You saw he just put "Don't get yourself over." Maybe is that what happened to other folks that we're talking about? Were they happy?
There's so many people that are never going to have. So it's like, again, I'm talking on both sides of my mouth. Forgive me. Like Jey Uso got his moment, even though it's not lasted very long. Like, will R-Truth ever have his? I doubt it. I mean, do you think that they're going to put the strap on R-Truth? All right. I mean, it wouldn't bother me. It's like a Lifetime Achievement Award. He deserves it, but are they going to do it?
Yeah, and McKinney, excellent point too. He said this isn't the Ron Killings you're thinking of. It's split personality. And I did listen to his Busted Open, like I saw a clip of it. He's talking like I'm in control now. And I was like, ooh, are they going to say there's two sides to this? Is that what we're doing here? Not fully with that. I told Sean a long time ago, I wanted R-Truth to be serious. I said, if you told me to tell a story in 3 months with R-Truth getting serious, it would go down. Big shout out to Joe Compton with a 1999 super chat for us.
Joe.
Thank you. He said, from here on out, WWE better use R-Truth's humor very selectively and sparingly. He is now someone to be taken seriously. Give R-Truth the U.S. championship before the main title. I hope they don't fumble Ron Killings. Appreciate the super chat, Joe. I hope they don't either, but time will tell.
Get that money, Conrad.
It's sitting there. It's sitting there. Listen. Yeah, it's all the same person. Yeah, I think that's going to be the thing, that eventually he will go back to being silly. That's what they're trying to set themselves up for. Like, yep, there it is. He's back. And yeah, that'll be it. All right.
Why are we doing this? Conrad, This is all yours, bro.
No. Oh, man, I forgot I can't cuss. Look, I am a top-tier CM Punk fan. This guy taking a match with John Cena in sweet Saudi money, whatever you want to call it. What is this trash? What happened to the morals? What happened to go get a blood money D and all that he said to the Miz? What happened? Like, first we had the buy one, get one WrestleMania. Like, I know people can change their minds and feel differently.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? I'm disappointed. That's the top word I could use, Sean.
As you should
disappointed. I'm disappointed in CM Punk. I don't know. I don't know if you feel any differently about this, if your feelings aren't as strong or you expected this.
No, the only reason my feelings are not as strong is because I'm not as much of a CM Punk fan as you. But I feel the exact. I share the same sentiment you have, bro. This is preposterous.
And I think it's preposterous if WWE even suggested this too.
Right.
They're out there to make you look like a fool, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Hypocrisy is not good. And I'll say this too, and this is for some of the fans, because I see a lot of the AEW fans commenting on this, which that's fine. Like, you're doing your victory lap. Like, I told you about him. Mm-hmm. That's fine. But you got to remember, and this goes for Punk too, when you sit on a high horse, Sean, falling off that high horse is just as high.
Come on, brother.
It's going to hurt just as bad going down.
Yep.
So be careful
Come on, brother, with that wisdom. There you go.
I'm just saying, like, you cannot do stuff like that. You cannot have that happen. I don't want it to be in this bad, dire strait because, like, look, this is a classic feud. To me, this is John Cena's best opponent. And I want to be celebrating this. But instead, we booked this King of the Ring tournament with these 4 ways to protect people.
Yep.
But we're not going to do Punk and Cena at SummerSlam. Like, that doesn't even make sense from a booking standpoint.
It's ridiculous.
But that tells me one thing. There's only 2 people right now then who could win King of the Ring. It's either Sami Zayn,
Cody Rhodes,
or, and I think there was a preview of WrestleMania that happened last week, Sean.
Okay.
They walked by each other and they said, "When are we going to do this?" This could be your WrestleMania 42.
You got to remember, you're on the money more than you could even imagine, Conrad, because Cena's about to be gone in December.
Mm-hmm.
So you're 100% right in your assessment. I think so too.
Yeah, and to me, Cody might be back just in time to turn Cena back to face. And we're all going to wonder, what was the point of this? Remember that NWO talk? Remember when we said pump your brakes on here? At least I know I did. I think you did as well. Pump your brakes real quick.
Yes, sir.
Yes, was it a great turn? Absolutely. But the execution afterwards is key. I remember that old granny trying to punch Hulk Hogan on Nitro. She threw a fist at him. And I remember that because he had heat. And they kept pushing it. And every week, heat, more heat, spray paint this. We're going to do that. Spray paint the trucks outside. They did it.
Mm-hmm.
Bam. What happened with this Cena run? It doesn't feel real. We're waiting for him to turn good. He did it too late. I don't know what else to say to people. Maybe I'm wrong here in this.
Bro, listen. When you say something wrong, I'll let you know.
Yeah, he said it's all the same person. I saw that's about R-Truth. I'm predicting he will still be gone from WWE. He was informed he's not going to be resigned. They didn't release him. If they are, letting him reinvent himself for his indie run. I don't know.
So kind of like an extra 30 days or something. I hear you.
Maybe. What about Roman? I feel like he checks all the boxes.
Yeah, Roman's not even active right now, bro.
I know, but he's a star, though. Like, when you look at him, does Roman check all the boxes? I think so. Listen, I've always told people this. You can get mad at me. I know John Moxley's in the news today for that whole, like, shoving the camera guy on AEW and they're being sued now for it. Whatever. That could be whatever. But Roman was put with those guys to learn things from them, honestly. And I hope they realize that, but probably don't. Roman was always the guy. They went down there. They were like, nope, I like him. He's the one. That's it. And sometimes if the machine's behind you, it's really good. I don't want to hear about Tony Khan's booking when WWE's giving us this crap right here. We can't handle the truth, MJB. He's here. BJ said he's here to make money, not friends. It's another line. I wouldn't be surprised if it was in his contract that he had to do Saudi. I mean, the Rumble one was the one I was more worried about. I wasn't expecting it this soon. That's why I think it hurt.
Same here, bro.
Yeah. Conrad, the money is too good. It must be millions. Money will make someone's morals get compromised.
You ain't lying about that. It's a shame, but that's facts.
Yeah. You know how I feel about R-Truth or however you look at him? I don't trust it, Derek. Money talks, BS walks, marathon. He's making that cool $1 million for the match. And who knows if he may donate all the money to charity. I mean, you're still participating in the stuff that you don't like. I would say there was a news story that happened today about a journalist. You guys could look it up. I don't think I can say it on here, but you could look it up and see what happened. They still view R-Truth as a side feud. Yeah, it's bad. People are saying Punk is a hypocrite as wild. He's an employee. He's not an employee, though. They're independent contractors.
That's right.
Remember? You can refuse to do a job if a plumber comes in your house and he says, "Oh, draining your sewer is not my specialty. I only fix kitchen sinks." Okay, then he's not the guy for the job.
Talk your talk, brother. Talk your talk. Man, you're on one tonight, Conrad.
I'm just saying, sellout Punk, he should have put it in his contract not to do it, but he ran out of choices though when he left. This goes back to Brawl Out. When you left and then you got into Brawl In with Jack Perry, he ran out of options. It was either WWE for the money you want, or you're going to be going on the indies to make it up.
Facts.
You ain't wrong about that. R-Truth will not be world champion in his 50s. TKO won't let it happen.
I don't see any lies in that.
Let's get into some new stuff here. Who's this guy? Hikuleo had a dark match on SmackDown. He went up against one of the members of Pretty Deadly. Sean, what did you think? He's rocking the gear of the Gorillas of Destiny or the Tongan Twins. I don't know what they call them in WWE, but
I think WWE are idiots.
Is he going to wind up with Solo and joining?
Of course. That's why WWE are idiots. Why would you have this guy in a dark match on the same night that, like Jacob Fatu was saying, that he's emancipating himself from Solo Sikoa, and that Solo Sikoa said, "You better come back to me or else." Why would you have him in a dark match? That takes away from the surprise.
They've had him for a year.
They suck in so many ways, bro. And they suck in so many ways, so many common sense ways. They just do stupid stuff, bro. You know, people take pictures and send out videos of this guy. Why would you have him on the show the night that makes no sense?
Guy will gamble. His name better not be Tala Tonga. I would hate that name so much, bro. I think they wanted to see how well he sells and stuff. Like, that's the only thing I could think of because they got a lot of offense in this match.
That's a fact.
So I don't know. Vinny says CM Punk being the biggest hypocrite in pro wrestling is so funny. That's like Asuka returning without any surprises. Yeah, they did that too. Asuka's in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Why?
Stupid.
Why did you not build her back up? But that shows you where you rank right now in importance. Asuka's probably going back into the tag division. I can't wait to hear from Bayley tonight on Raw. Yeah, they're building up that women's mid card. Speaking of Asuka, damage control is internally done in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's no more Dakota Kai. Io's the champion, and you only have Asuka and Kairi Sane. I mean,
well, 3 out of 4 are there, but I guess what they're saying is that even though 3 out of the 4 are there, don't get excited that Asuka's coming back because that's not going to lead to a reunion of damage control.
It's like deflating a balloon. Like, why would you deflate that before we got there?
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, even have them get back together and have one of them turn on each other. That's storyline writing.
Or have them all just go backstage and say, "Hey, we've done great. Let's all go our separate ways." And then someone goes, "Hey, Io, I'm going to see you for that title one day." Even if it's a Raw match. Do something.
Cool. Yeah, that would be cool if we didn't just see that with Metaphor, because then you'll start thinking, okay, who's getting released?
Yeah, yikes. Yeah. But not keeping it together with the world champ should also be a
true.
Ding dong. It might not be good for us. Keeping up with Fightful Select, Mr. Iguana is finalizing a deal with WWE. How did this guy get heat for saying he's skipping NXT? By the way, this is for Sean real quick. I thought of Sean this week when I saw that. How is Mr. Iguana, how is he smart enough to tell them I'm not doing NXT, put me on the main roster? And I'm sure they said, "Oh, we want you on the main so we can sell those lizard puppets." That's fine. How was he like, "Yeah, nah, I'm not doing that"? So he didn't have to do it.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
But you got other people who have pedigree in this business for years and years and years, and you're like, "Yeah, get down there and learn how to face the camera." Where's Ricky Starks? Cut this garbage out right now. Cut it out.
Come on, bro.
Don't give the passes.
You're not wrong.
It's not a developmental show, though. It's a third brand.
Oh, shut. Like, that's ridiculous.
Speaking of third brand, Sean.
Oh, my.
Per bodyslam.net, the WWE draft is currently scheduled to take place after SummerSlam, most likely as a tie-in to the season premiere episodes in September. If y'all don't boo this when they announce it, I better see boos. I wish we could throw trash like in the old days. I would say throw trash as soon as this begins. I don't care. I don't care.
I don't care either because the draft is a joke.
The draft has been a joke for years at this point. I don't get it. I'm not feeling it. Moving on. You're getting lumped in here. Sorry. What is this? AAA, Triple Mania. We had ourselves a tag title match. You had the rematch with Vikingo and Alberto. Vikingo wins with handcuffs that didn't work. He got booed. And we have new tag champs, Sean. Angel and Berto. The guys that never went on SmackDown. They are your new tag champs. And I know people are going to be like, Connor, you're being mean. I'm not, though. You can't win on SmackDown, so you go to AAA to become the tag champs. And hold on. TNA, sit down, because you're getting it too. And you had your tag champs in the match, and they didn't win.
That's facts.
Sean, what are we doing? Somebody, for the love of wrestling, tell me, explain to me the logic, and make it make sense, please.
You can't make nonsense make sense, bro. That's what's going on here.
I don't get it. Like, what do you think of this AAA run? Like, is this going to work eventually? Like, I saw Conan like, yeah, I love working with Corey and blah, blah, blah. And does this work for you? Like, is this going to work? Do you have fears? You've studied the game a long time. You know WWE has tried to enter Mexico several times, and it has not worked.
The answer is no. AAA is doomed and will be out of rotation in 2 years or less. WWE will X them out in 2 years or less. Mark my words. And 2 years is giving it 2 years is being generous. What triple mania one is which one is this coming up?
Bro, I gave up. There's a lot.
There won't be more than 2 under the WWE umbrella.
Well, they do a lot of them. So
yeah, they're gonna okay. So there won't be more than 2 years worth. WWE's gonna pull the plug on this very soon.
E said NXT AAA. Come on.
I like what I think Mleezy said. NXT AAA. NXT and AAA.
The new booking team.
There it is.
Yeah. Someone makes sense of it all, as Michael Cole would say. I think Vikingo is getting booed because Fancy was handpicked by WWE. Like I said, bro, and the hypocrisy, bro. People hated Vikingo. Oh, look at all this flippy stuff. You like it now? This is why the Luchador fan base probably hate that this has happened. Like,
it's over. 2 years or less. AAA will be WWE'd.
Yeah, Triple Mania 33, Quill said.
Okay. Well, thank you, Quills. We won't see a Triple Mania 40. I promise you that.
Did this card have more than 5 matches? I don't know. I know they had their ring back. That was a good thing. Oh, by the way, Sean, one last thing before we get off WWE here.
Dear God.
There's a super show coming. I wonder where they got this idea from. Happening in July 26th and 27th. Super show.
What a joke. What an absolute joke. The flyer even looks stupid.
It's fire.
Yeah, it's oh God.
For those on audio, it's a fire background with Rey Mysterio front and center with Cody in the middle as well. New Day's on there.
Dominic Mysterio can barely walk, and he's on the. Oh God, give me a break.
Yeah,
give me a break.
Yeah. We're here. I've always loved Vikingo. Absolutely, Vikingo's nice. Hub is fed up. LOL. Yeah.
Disgusting, yeah. Vinny. It's disgusting.
Sean, I'll let you kick this one off.
Fightful Select says the private party have interest from WWE. Of course they do. So then they can be on NXT also, and they can be an opening act on Battleground. I'm sure that's why they're going to come, because they want to be the main event of Battleground.
All right, I want to take you out of this little slump here. Do you think they'll do better though in WWE? Like, do you think they
No,
something out of it?
no.
I think if they go, they got to be NXT Tag Champs.
Who gives a crap? It's developmental. I'm so sick of this garbage. They're on regular TV on a real show. You're like, I don't care what anybody even says about Mariah May or Glamour or whatever her name is. You have been demoted, you moron. What is happening? Why am I not the only one who understands this? NXT from AEW is a demotion. You idiot. They are developmental. They don't. It's a diss. It's a slap in the face.
Evolve
You
is the
amazing
developmental.
moron.
Evolve is the developmental show now.
Oh, Conrad, please.
I'm just saying what people say online.
Give me a break. It's a complete demotion. I mean, when are we going to wake up and smell the coffee? It's a demotion. Just stop. Anybody who's, they're going to NXT. NXT has been universally recognized as the developmental brand of World Wrestling Entertainment. It's a demotion.
When they want it to be, Sean. Remember that key part.
Just give me a break. This is bull crap. I'm so sick of this. Oh, did you see did you see the what's her name? Did you see the Blake Monroe debut? Is that her name? Blake Monroe?
Yeah.
Did you see the Blake Monroe debut on NXT? Yeah, I saw it. I saw her make her debut in NXT, the developmental brand of WWE, when she's the former AEW Women's Champion of the World.
I do think E is kind of right here, though. AEW can't have all these bodies. I think it's good for people to go in between all companies like back in the 90s. Not the one on the WWE DVDs. WWE needs tag teams. The Private Party was barely used in AEW. Was their treatment fair as tag champs? I totally disagree, Sean. No matter how you can see the three letters, WWE carries cachet.
Yeah, it carries cachet, but it's still a demotion. I respect your opinion, McKinney. I respect your opinion. What's Cap? Is any Cap is that NXT is a developmental?
No, I think he was referring to above with.
Oh, okay, because give me a break, man. I mean, I respect your opinion, McKinney, but it's a demotion. It's a demotion.
I don't get how it can be better for one and not others. You know.
Yeah, I'm done, bro. This whole NXT AEW it makes me sick, bro. It makes me absolutely sick.
Yo, listen, you want an early one? I want everyone to write this one down. We can come back to this, Sean. Write this date down so that we'll remember. We said a lot of good stuff on here.
Mm-hmm.
You ready for WrestleMania 42? Let's book it, Sean. Cody Rhodes and CM Punk is the main event.
Of night 2. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sami Zayn is going to challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship against Seth Rollins. That'll be night 1. Cody and him will be night 2 unless some bigger match pops up. Something could happen. Sami and Seth will main event night 1. That'll be Seth's crescendo. Then let's look at the tag scene. The Lucha Brothers will be put back together in this draft. It'll be the Lucha Brothers versus the Usos versus the New Day. You just remember this.
I hear you.
And then Jacob Fatu and Braun Breaker are going to ascend the night after. They are going to be off to the races to become main eventers. You heard it here first.
Nothing you said was wrong, but the Usos and the Lucha Brothers being in a tag team again makes me want to throw up.
You know that's what's going to happen on Raw, though, right?
Yes, I'm very aware, Conrad. I can see the writing on the wall, on the idiotic wall. I can see it.
What happened to the game I loved?
But then when people tell me I'm bugging when I say I want to punch Triple H in the throat.
Metaphorically, he meant that, folks. Logan James says, hello, Los Garza won the AAA Tag Team Championships and the crowd actually booed Vikingo. Crazy atmosphere. It's my first time watching Triple Mania and it was a really good show. Hey, I'm glad you enjoyed. Let me know who your favorite was out of everyone you saw. Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, a main event in night 1 if The Rock agrees to fight Roman. That's what I'm saying.
But it's not going to happen, right?
Rock's running out of time. I'm starting to think people don't care about that match anymore. You're wasting it, brother. We've been talking about this since 38. You're wasting time. Boo the draft. I'm with you, McKinney. As long as they don't have JBL, yeah, I'm not saying nothing about JBL's promo. I saw that too. Going into AEW news, Sean. Alex Windsor has signed with AEW. This is Will Ospreay's fiance now. We can say they put it out on social media. So congratulations to them. And I think it's a good pickup for AEW.
Right, and that's called a promotion. So congratulations, Alex Windsor. You have been promoted in the world of professional wrestling.
Sean, do you remember when everybody criticized Thekla's debut and they wondered why, like, what happened with Jamie Hayter happened?
Yep.
We have reason today. I'll let you read that one.
AEW sources spoke to Fightful Select, said that Jamie Hayter wasn't cleared and wasn't at this past week's Dynamite. They're hoping to have her back soon. Oh, my.
So the reason was she wasn't cleared to take that attack. So they had the lights go out and had her just lay down.
Wow.
They had to get creative with it.
That's actually smart, though.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Keep her memorable and see what's going on, man. I hope that these injuries aren't piling up on Jamie Hayter.
Yeah, facts. Because she might be one of those people that gets injury prone.
Yeah.
Hopefully not.
I got to get your thoughts on this real quick before we promote that
match. It's going to be the best match of 2025.
I'm trying to temper my expectations just because I've mentioned Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles, WrestleMania 34. I can't have that again.
Do not temper your enthusiasm. I'm telling you, Conrad, it's a guarantee, a hub guarantee. This will be the greatest. Okada versus Omega at All In will be the greatest match of 2025.
Did you like that 6-minute video package? I mean, on a 4-hour show, of course.
I mean, it was a lot, but it did serve the purpose. I'm telling you, this match is gonna cook.
But Sean, I don't know what the story is. They told you now. It crossed over from New Japan. There you go. Now you know the importance of each match. What did you think of the attack and the swerve here? That Okada's with Don Callis now, and Kenny Omega's with jelly donut blood. That was hilarious to me. I know some people hated it. I laughed. I was like,
Okada's cool because Okada's a heel and he's funny.
And it's different for him. He was never really that much of a heel in New Japan. I mean, he had moments, but for the most part, he was a babyface. He is the leader of the company. I love this. Like, I'm really looking forward to this. I think AEW has 3 matches that they could pick to main event. I think Hangman and Moxley should main event. And I didn't get your thoughts on the Unified Championship name as well.
I mean, I love the Unified Championship name. I'm just unsatisfied with how the belt looks. That's just me being a little bit, I don't like the design, but I love the Unified Championship, like the notion of it.
Here, that's the actual championship. By the way,
I don't like the oval. Like, I need it to be fuller, if that makes any sense.
I think you could make the plates bigger, but I want to see it on somebody. But I think it looks like a good championship. AEW really doesn't have too many misses when it comes to the belts. Like I said, to me, this is better than half of the other ones that you'll see.
And they don't have many misses when it comes to the belts, just the champions.
Yikes!
I'm talking about Moxley. That's all.
I know. The side plates, I do like that they're keeping it in. Sean, they said that this is going to be viewed as a world kind of championship. Like, it's not.
Yeah, I hear you, but you can't. I've heard that too, but you can't confuse the people now.
Well, here's the thing. Is this to set up a split for them? Is that their plan? Like, okay, you're the champ on Collision and you're the champ over here on Dynamite?
Yeah, that could be a thing, but I don't know if I like that. Do you?
I'm not the biggest brand split fan.
Right.
Exactly. If you're not gonna stick to it when injuries happen, you are messing up, dog. Like that's how I put it. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just looking here. I don't like the name. I don't like the name of the championship either. I personally think you could have just kept the international name if you were going to do this. But I thought Intercontinental made sense. And then I remembered WWE trademarked it in 2020. Someone had to put it up on social media. Like, that's why they couldn't use Intercontinental. Because New Japan changed their title's name. It's the Global Championship now. Because someone trademarked Intercontinental. Ridiculous, in my opinion, too, that you could trademark that. Grand Slam Mexico, we got a full card here. It's good. It looks like an interesting show. Me and Derek will be live reviewing it on Wednesday. We wanted to get that promo out the way now. Back at our usual time, so make sure you're there. It'll probably be around 10:30, 10:45-ish, because they did get an extra half hour here. And I'm surprised how well the numbers did for those 4-hour shows. I couldn't believe it.
Grand Slam Mexico. Jesus.
They also have Global Wars coming up for Ring of Honor. Athena and Billy Starks will be taking on Thunder Rosa and Persephone. Let's go. And Lee Moriarty's also on the card, so make sure you guys are checking out ROH and CMLL this week if you are fans of that. And let me see, Collision and Dynamite has 2 completely different groups of people wrestling. It's going to be a beautiful thing having Arena Mexico on TV. Yeah, Arena Mexico's when it's full, it's just a beautiful arena. Sean, let's talk a little New Japan Dominion. We haven't talked New Japan in a while. Happened 6:15 in Osaka-jo Hall. Sean Hubbard stayed up till 2 a.m. to watch this for sure. I know you were tired, Sean, but hopefully it was worth it, my brother. That's how I spent my morning on Father's Day. I was catching up on this show. Fantastic. Dude, this was the night House of Torture ruined pro wrestling, in my opinion. 2 new members. Bad Luck Fale joins first, and then Chase Owens, and I was like, how could you make me hate this group more than I already hated it? How do you do that? Ghetto, this is that 15%, bro. This is that 15% I'm talking about with you, that 10%. Stop doing this. Stop pushing Evil.
You're talking right.
Evil won a chain match where he unhooked himself twice, and they jumped this man, basically. Bullet Club War Dogs got stomped out real bad, bro. Real bad. Thoughts on House of Torture and their rise throughout this show?
Look, one thing about me, I'll always say that New Japan puts on great in-ring content. The problem, I think, has always been the entertainment value outside the ring. They've lost a lot of stars to the mainland. So, I mean, I just hope that they continue to thrive as best they can. I mean, there's always going to be a soft spot in my heart for New Japan. It's not what it once was, but it's hard to be what you once were when all your biggest stars are in the United States now.
Yeah. And Robin just responded back to you, though. New Japan does come to the States with the titles, though. Evil better not win the G1. Yeah, they had all the G1 participants announced. Basically, it's everyone who means something that's on these shows. Not going to hold you.
Right.
That B block looks tremendous. I'm just trying to see for some of these other matches what I enjoyed. I enjoyed Tanahashi beating Yuya Uemura. Fantastic match. They had Tanahashi get the big win. Konosuke, a little bit of a surprise there. Yeah, with the arm bar, and he just kind of rolled him up. I was like, okay, I can roll with that. Bolton Oleg, someone who I've been telling people to watch for a little bit here, defeated Konosuke Takeshita. He hit him with the Finley front roll. Hit him with that and got the dub. Fantastic match, bro. Konosuke Takeshita is amazing. He's in the G1.
In ring, they're phenomenal. They know how to wrestle.
Yo, what's good, Malik? Malik's just popping in here.
Malik?
I know he was just recorded too. If we weren't doing this, I'd have hopped in there, man. I was ready to talk with y'all too about some of that, man. But he says New Japan isn't the same anymore. It's not gonna be, though. You go through eras. Listen, where's Rob? Rob, tell him. I was watching during Enochiism days. Do y'all know what that is? Do you know who Bob Sapp is? I was watching Bob Sapp dance it was a 70s TV show. And he's like, ha, 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 and he's doing all that. And he was like, what are you watching, bro? I'm like, New Japan Pro Wrestling. And they were trying to add MMA people, make it realistic. I've been there for some dark times. This ain't that bad. I could live through this. I'll be all right. They got to find a star who they can build around. Is it Tsuji? We're questioning, who is it? Is it Shooter? Is it someone else? Are we not seeing it? I don't know. Do you have a favorite, Sean, who you think they should build around, or should they just stay the course right now?
I think they should just stay the course until they're able to find a little bit more free agency wise. I mean, or maybe, like I said, continue the collaboration with AEW. I think that's very important. More important for New Japan than it is for AEW. They need to collaborate soon.
Yeah. Gabe Kidd ended up becoming the global champion as well. Gabe Kidd picking up that big W, and then he challenged Tanahashi immediately after. So he's trying to establish a name for himself. President Tanahashi is going to be taking on him.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Gabe Kidd's probably the top gaijin right now in the company. I mean, maybe you'll argue Oleg Bolton, but I think it's Gabe Kidd. That's
Well, I
that's
mean,
the
he's the
parent.
future, but again, you have to have a future in order for it to be a future. So you got to just kind of keep your head above water. But he is a talented guy.
Yeah, Takeshi is going to be huge for him. Tsuji is my pick to win the G1, Matt says. I love the G1, man. We're going to get some good wrestling during that time. I highly recommend people check it out if you're into in-ring action. And new tag champs, by the way. United Empire dropped the belts to my guy Taichi and Ishii. I loved it that they finally won the tag titles together. Callum Newman, I'm telling you right now, mark this down too, Sean. That guy will be in AEW or WWE. I don't know which one he's going to decide, but someone's going to pick him up.
Yeah, I hope it's in AEW.
And last but not least, Goto versus Shingo. Man, I didn't know which way they were going to go with this one. I was like, Shingo is that boy. Shingo he got the Drew McIntyre run during the pandemic era. But Goto's been on fire, man. The houses are picking up with Goto as champion. And Goto...
He's a talented dude.
Yeah, but it's the past your prime legend finally gets his moment, and people are like, they're there for it. Yoshihashi's in his corner, man. He's taking a back seat. His tag partner took the back seat.
Nostalgia, bro. Nostalgia.
Yeah. Oh, Rob. Me and Rob saw this too. Like Tanahashi, like he was in agony walking down to the ring. Yeah, dude.
I mean,
screaming.
His knees, bro. I'm not even being funny. His knees.
Yeah, they're cooked, bro. It's like I said, you need someone new. Tanahashi back in the day, bro. Like y'all don't know, Tanahashi was that dude. Like a lot of people watch. A dream match at one point was Tanahashi versus John Cena, like peak John Cena.
Yeah. I mean, I never liked his hair. Not my style, but dude is tremendous. But he needs to shut it down, though.
Matt, you know. Matt knows. Cal Newman's mentor is Ospreay if he signs with anyone at AEW.
What did I say, bro? What did I say?
I was watching New Japan since 2011, bro. I used to go back and try to find the tapes, bro. Like I was on YouTube as soon as I could when it first got popular, and I used to look up Japan. Used to be able to find it live, man. But overall, Dominion, I would give Dominion a like I'd say B-. Show. I don't know how you felt, Sean.
I'm gonna bump it up. I'm gonna give it an A- because I feel like they're working with a B-list talent level, and they went out there and they performed like A's. So I'm gonna give it an A-. That's a compliment.
When it starts clicking with someone, whether like I said, it's Shooter, ELP. Listen, if it were up to me, I'd consider throwing the belt on Takeshita too. If AEW will let you do it, and if I'm AEW and you want people to get hyped up, let Takeshita be the champ for a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. Collaboration is key for them.
Yeah.
But the problem is when you have to continue to focus on collaboration to get the big cards. I mean, what does that say about where you're at on your own?
Yeah, you're at the mercy of whoever you're collaborating with.
Yes, sir.
Which is the thing. Sean, Monday Night Raw tonight, man.
Oh my.
We've got it. Gunther, World Heavyweight Champion. It's going down tonight. Nikki Bella is back.
Get her off my TV, bro.
We're looking forward to this tag team title match happening at Evolution 2.
Nikki Bella is not a Hall of Famer. She makes me so, oh my God, bro. She's everything that was wrong with the women's division. Don't ever look at Nikki Bella as a pioneer. She's everything that's wrong with the women's division. And she's corny. I hope Liv has a botch and punches her in the face.
We don't want anyone getting hurt here.
Oh, but shut up.
We also have the returning Asuka.
Well, Asuka, I'm happy to see, but I'm not happy to see her in this Queen of the Ring tournament. It could have been a better return.
Who you got winning this 4-way?
I actually have Asuka winning, but then again, I actually am a little torn. Look. Matter of fact, the more I talk, the more I kind of back away from Asuka. I want to see Asuka win, but I can't go against the undeniable right now. And the undeniable in the women's division right now is Stephanie McCurry.
I agree. And I think you gotta give her some juice. Like I said, when you got the juice behind you, you'll know. We're gonna find out about Rusev and Sheamus and the homies tonight too. We're gonna see who's got the juice, who's eating that pin.
Well, I think Sheamus. I mean, much as we respect Sheamus, I think Sheamus is going to be the one. Whether it's 1, 2, or 3, whoever it is, Sheamus is not going to be the person who's.
Are we still clamoring for that Sheamus Intercontinental title reign?
I think we need to put that to bed.
You think they missed the boat?
I
Some
think
of the stuff you're going to miss the boat on. So,
well, he lost to Braun Breaker 13 times.
Yeah. Let me see here. Winner faces Bliss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bennett.
Jazz.
I haven't done any theme music tonight. See?
Yeah, we were good. Stephanie Vacquet. I can't believe Nikki Bella said that. Stephanie Vaquer is winning in Ivy's Easy Pen. I shouldn't. A mistake happened anyway, but I was like, dang, bro, say the name right at least. Come on now. Jey Uso is in the ring with some heavy hitters who he has heat with. Jey Uso should win this tonight, I think.
He better. But he's got, he should beat Cody, but they're not going to have that happen.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe his next feud will wind up being with Bronson and them, but then LA Knight's feud with him. I don't know what they're going to do with Jey.
What they should do is turn Cody heel, like I've been saying for a year.
Take it easy, Dwayne.
Well, I don't listen. I'm not The Rock's biggest fan right now. I respect him, but I'm talking about my opinion. Cody Rhodes as a heel would be awesome. Didn't Seth Rollins whisper something to him when Jey was on the way to the ring last week? Why?
I hope it was that Bullet Club line he said this week that I kept seeing. I was like, oh, brother.
So what? To me, it's like, let's have Jey Uso get a cheap win. When I say cheap, like a roll up on Cody, and let's have Cody go Bob Backlund on him like he did Bret Hart.
Chicken wing. Actually, Cody probably could do the chicken wing pretty.
That's what I'm trying to say. Y'all think I just be talking, bro? I know what I'm talking about.
I told Sami Zayn could win King of the Ring and it'll be fine. I'm telling you.
It wouldn't bother me. But then again, Sami Zayn's kind of like, I mean, I like Sami Zayn, but Sami Zayn, I thought Sami Zayn should have turned on Jey Uso. That's what I thought.
Yeah. But I think they're trying to keep that together just in case. I told you, Sammy's a great babyface. He sells great. I never thought he would work
going back to that OG bloodline well again, huh?
No. I think Sammy's just a babyface, though. Like, if
and I got a question, Conrad, and I got a question, chat. What the hell is this?
Yo, you let my boy Sammy just dance, bro. Sammy's getting it.
Like, that was not the Dougie. That was like the doggy. That was terrible.
That was the Sammy, baby.
Oh, my God. What was he doing?
I love Sammy's dances, though. I don't care.
Oh, my God. That was awful.
Sammy's, I think he comes from the punk ska world, so it works for me. I'm like,
that was, Lord have mercy. He looked like he was having some kind of conniption.
Let my guy rock. Let my guy rock.
Oh my God! If that's what you call it.
So I'll take it.
That was the C. Emily said that wasn't the Sammy. That was the C. Dude was like this. This is. It was like
I love his dances.
It was half bushwhacker, half Dougie. Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, stop dancing, please.
But he's got the guts to do it, though. I think there's a lot of people that are like, yeah, you will not go up there. And
clearly he was having fun, but I'm not gonna lie. If I were a betting man, I'd say that's pretty close to how Sami Zayn dances in real life.
NJP said it was the doggy. You can't help it when you're Canadian.
Oh my God, that was rough.
Quill said it's the inflatable.
It was terrible. Like, what? I've been waiting a week to talk about. Like, what the hell was this?
Sean just sent me that saying, "What is this?"
Wait, it's just me, Oof. Day one, it's just me, Oof. What the hell are you doing?
Let him rock, bro.
That was rough. Oh my.
He was supporting Jey. Let him rock.
Oh God. Okay, I guess. Lord, Lord.
Take us out, Sean. Take us out, man. Before.
Okay. Take it. Thank you. Give you. Oh, Sammy, just stop dancing. We all love you, but please.
Shaq announced the WWE 2K25 posted. Look at my shocked face. Brunson will be next.
Listen, another great show. Conrad, appreciate you, my brother. Chat, we appreciate y'all, man. Honestly, I'm not going to lie, man. I really enjoy doing this show. Quill says I do the Sammy better than Sammy. Yo, man, we appreciate y'all, man. The viewership, the conversation, it's always super dope, man. Let me know if y'all like Hubbanomics, man. If y'all think I should keep the Hubbanomics thing going, let me know what you think. Hit me in the DMs, hit me on Twitter and things like that. I appreciate it. But we are very, very happy about the turnout here tonight on Clash of the Podcast. Make sure you continue to support Conrad and my guy Derek each and every Wednesday night as they review AEW. Make sure you continue to support both channels. If you haven't subscribed to both channels, what are you waiting for? Enjoy Monday Night Raw tonight. I say Oklahoma City at 7. That's my opinion. But if the Pacers win, the Pacers are going to win the championship in 6, and that's going to make me sick to my stomach. But I hope that's not the case. That being said, man, have a wonderful week. We'll see you right here, 6:05 Eastern Standard Time, right here on Everything Pro Wrestling channel. God bless. Be encouraged. Eagle never prevails. Until next time, Viva la raza.